Paradise Killer.
Welcome back to Paradise Killer. So, we started our interrogations, well, more like just questionings. I wouldn't say they're as intense as interrogations. That's the elevator. I'm not sure it's over here. Go out here. Thank you. I just want to grab your blood crystals. Okay. About how to jump. There we go. Wrong way though. Here we go. What's going on here? Why is my controller freaking out? Okay. It's like somebody broke something here.
Oh.
The back door to Doom Jazz's clinic.
Is this a fact?
It should be
or a
discovered
truth?
by Syndicate headquarters logs, but the door log looks broken. It means it won't log who enters and
I
exits.
don't like this.
I wonder if Doom Jazz uses this. Something to ask him about, certainly. Alright, let's go talk to him. Can we go in the yacht, investigate it? There we go. Give me something to talk about, so I don't have to go back. Okay. Power tools. Looks like Doom Jazz does his own maintenance on his arms, despite them being made by Masahiro Heavy Industries. Okay. Photo of Grand Marshal Akiko 14. Are they a thing? Doom Jazz always gets the best bottles. If you do spend the night with him, you'll at least get a nice glass of wine out of it. Several, really. Alright, and how would you know that? Medical textbook. Looks long, detailed, and boring. Alright. Doesn't look like much of anything
That's
interesting.
strange.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
I always thought he was a love him and leave him type.
Lady Love dies.
As gorgeous as you were 3 million days ago. Syndicate's head doctor, born in the Cannon Fortress, Scotland, at AD 988 under the sign of Cosmic Deceit. Growing up during a military campaign, Doom Jazz longed to become a doctor to tend the wounded. He snuck into the haunted Ziggurat medical school and studied in the library after hours. He became their top student and battlefield medic. He was captured during the Great Betrayal, losing his arms in a torture chamber before being rescued by Aiz Kiwami. The two fled to join the
My
Syndicate.
favourite investigator.
And Starlight, the perfect pair. Oh, he's Scottish. I miss the Doom Jazz Charm Offensive.
I've missed you, Love Dies.
Let's play it friendly for now. Unless he gets offensive. How have you been? Still the same old Doom Jazz?
That's not nice.
It's been just swell down here. Seen you got the memo about last night.
Sure.
Something like that.
I'm worried.
Presume you're here on business, not for something nicer. Correct.
Sure.
I've got a job to do down
I'm
here.
a professional.
How unfortunate.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You're in high spirits considering our leader and council have just been murdered.
This is bad.
We all deal with grief in different ways. Do not be mistaken. I'm well aware that this is a catastrophe. I'm just not one for outwardly displaying misery.
The investigator is here.
What's your take on the Syndicate on this island?
Theoretically.
I keep myself to myself. I'm not interested in the schemes. It's exhausting. Drama and politics are drugs. It's best not to get hooked. That's a medical opinion.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Tells me all I need to know about the state of this place. Anything else I can help you with? Oh yeah, we got a lot to talk to this guy about. Suspicions. You think Henry did this, Doc?
My favourite
You
investigator.
read my report?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Not yet. Go and see Akiko in the prison. I left my report with it for you.
Oh,
That didn't answer my question.
How?
That's all I can tell you. I don't speculate on suspicions and hunches. I'm looking for facts. Can you make an exception for me?
What?
Don't only speak to me when you want something, Love Dies. It hurts.
sorry.
I promise to stop by more often. Well, alright then.
Hypothetically?
I don't know what the seals are, right? It's awfully convenient that Henry happened to be able to get through all of them, isn't it?
Oh,
So you don't think he did it? I didn't say that. I just mean there's some missing facts. And where you have missing facts, you have doubt.
Lady Love dies.
What do you think about it?
The facts and the truth
It's a nice
are not
story.
the same.
People like to believe the easiest answer fits their worldview, that fits their worldview. We kidnap citizens and force them to pray to genocidal gods. Of course the syndicate would believe one of the vile working class would do this. There's something else at work here.
Ha
Well, at least you have a working theory.
Who?
Can you think of anyone that's got motive?
ha! Ha
That's a biggie. Such a terrible crime.
I'm a professional.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about it. Anyone's as innocent or as guilty as each other. Okay, what about your motive? What's with the photo of Akiko in your boat?
Investigator.
None of your business, investigator. But
What?
I said none of your business. Leave it. What's your motive, Doc?
Investigator.
Oh, I haven't got a motive, no dice.
I don't.
Everyone
like
has a
this.
motive. They just haven't thought hard enough.
Strange.
Don't most investigators quote philosophers at this point? Illness of COVID,
I don't like
conversation.
this.
Quoting is a crutch for the weak. Learn to have your own thoughts.
Strange.
What if your thoughts aren't as good as the philosophers? It doesn't matter. What matters is that they're yours.
Indeed.
I've missed these chats, Love Dies. I found a door.
What?
A door?
Don't test me.
The back door to your clinic.
The investigator
The
is
connection
here.
to the nightmare console that logs who enters and exits the Syndicate HQ has been broken.
Ha ha!
Is it really? I had no idea.
Sure.
Sure you didn't.
Where?
Where were you at the time of the murder?
What?
I was in my clinic until I was called to examine Henry. He was found outside the council building, blood everywhere. Checked him over. Sounded more Australian. Kiko has my report for you. Go and see if you haven't already.
Ha ha!
Syndicate building log should confirm my alibi. I've already seen them. They can find the plane. Did you see Yuri last night? Yuri Knight last night? Heh. I didn't see him last night, I'm afraid, Love Dies. Did you examine the dead guards at the first Holy Seal? Nope, Akiko wouldn't let me.
What the hell?
Why?
The island is about to end.
She says that's military jurisdiction. Didn't want the corpses of the soldiers disrespected with post-mortem.
What the hell?
Even though there could be evidence?
Hypothetically?
In her mind, she's already got the case solved. Henry's behind bars and clearly did it.
Sure.
Do you believe that? I'm not much into beliefs, Love Dies. Waiting to see what truth you find. Is there a database of DNA or blood samples for everyone on the
I
island?
see.
You want to run some blood? Wish I could help. Just after the crisis meeting last night, parts of the central server started corrupting.
Got it.
That's
The
convenient,
island is about to end.
isn't it? I became aware of it because the terminal in my lab was automatic backup in the early
How?
hours. Got a report the backup failed. Took a look at it, and part of the medical archive had corrupted.
Got it.
About the backup of the central server on the moon.
I'm a professional.
It went down as well. Corruption spread. Not to all of the moon database. I can still access most of the files on there. Where is the server on the island? In the caverns under the island. Masahiro Heavy Industries maintains it. The only entrance into the cavern is via the Deep Factory. That's under lockdown.
That's weird.
Why? The Deep Factory shut down at the end of the island. Only 4 people can unlock it. Councilmember Macon, Origin, and Mahiro, but her dead body is up in the council penthouse. Same with Pandora too. She ran Dead Nebula in the Deep Factory. Nicolina Rose is second command of Dead Nebula, but they're on the next island. Lydia took them early on. And Balthazar Tears was Macon's assistant at Mishihiro, but he's on the next island as well.
Don't test me.
I'll go to the 25th island and bring Nicolina and Balthazar back so they can open up the Deep Factory and I can find out what the hell's going on with that server.
My favorite investigator.
Not so fast, Love Dies. No one leaves this island. Judge's orders. Besides, you need Lydia to take you to the next island. She's on your list of suspects, right?
Got it.
So what do I do about this server?
Hypothetically?
2 options. Chalk it up to bad luck and coincidence, or let it fuel a dreadful, all-consuming conspiracy. I'll go for the second one.
It's been wonderful to see you again.
Keep on trucking, Love Dies. Tell me about the inhibitors used to sedate Henry. Masahiro Henry Industries Tech, drug that sedate the body and inhibit psychic ability. They were designed specifically for victims of demonic possession, calm the mind and body and stop them from lashing out. Henry's dosage level has been correct for the last decade.
Got it.
Do you know if anything can interfere with Henry's inhibitors?
Theoretically?
You're not the first person to ask, Love Dies. Ooh,
What?
Witness. Witness is responsible for overseeing the end of an island and ensuring it all goes smoothly. He assessed with the fail points in the process. He got worried that Henry could be a fail point. Could he get loose at the end? He's executed and not part of the slaughter ritual with the other citizens. There's a time when he's out of his cage before he's executed. Akiko handles the execution, so he's in safe hands, but Witness got obsessed about the inhibitors to keep Henry sedated.
Sure.
Are they a fail point?
I'm worried.
Possibly. We have to go back to Grand Marshal. You need a massive spike of adrenaline. The only way I can think of to provide that would be an injection. Could someone have done that? Adrenaline is manufactured by the body. It wouldn't work to induce it artificially. His blood work came back clean now. No one gave him that drug. Okay. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? I heard he was missing. Keeps himself to himself, so I don't see him a lot. Been up his place on the cliffs? Carmeline's alibi. Did you see the architect last night?
Ha ha!
She said at the crisis meeting that she was at Witness's apartment. Witness could probably tell you more. Second Holy Seal. What do you know about the Second Holy Seal? One thing, Love Dies. Council business. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago? I know what to tell you, Love Dies. He's clearly possessed, but I wasn't at his arrest 10 years ago.
I see.
If you think something suspicious, try the crime scene. His apartment in the dead zone. Cool. And you want to head in,
I've got
hang out?
all the time in the world. I've missed you, Love Dies.
Don't test me.
A lot either in the island lands. Want a glass with me? Enjoy the island for a few minutes before getting back to the murder? Got a bottom of freedom letter open. I'm working. Officers there, if you change your mind, you're carrying the weight of the syndicate on your shoulders. Don't let it get too much.
Lady Love Dies.
How's it feel to be investigating again?
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
Ha ha!
Indeed it is.
Sure.
How's the doctor been since last I saw him?
Wonderful!
Keep it entertained, you know. It's a small island, there's always a way to have fun.
Sure.
Sure there
Ha
is.
ha!
Only one way to find out.
I have a bad feeling about
Relentless.
this.
You don't give up, do
Ha
you?
ha!
Do you blame me? I was just an unforgettable night, Love Dies.
I'm worried.
Have you got some time right now? The second I spend out here allows the truth to sink further into the shadows. Paradise can't wait, huh? Feel free to swing by any time, Love Dies. I'll keep that in mind.
It's been wonderful to see you
I'm
again.
raptured by you, Love Dies. Besotted, enthralled.
Oh,
Where's this going? I understand the key to your heart is information. You desire the unknown. You desire to know about
I
people.
had nothing to do with this.
Maybe there's something I can help you with. Probe. You said you might be able to help me.
You've got this wrong.
Love Dies, you've charmed me. Despite the tragedy of last night, this island is infinitely more radiant now that you're here. Because it's you and I can't get you out of my head, I'll break some ethics. So you're willing to have sex with me on the job, but not break your ethics, okay. I've treated witnesses, and drink on the job too. Treated witnesses for death scream trauma. He started complaining about being able to hear screaming on occasion.
Hypothetically.
We had no idea what the cause was, but it kept happening. We eventually narrowed it down to psychic death screams. Death scream trauma. What the hell is that? When someone dies, they voluntarily emit a death scream and a burst of psychic energy. Normally you can't hear them, but you become attuned to them.
I
How?
see.
That's still a mystery. I don't know if we'll ever know. He attributes it to the god's anger. He's all doom and gloom about us not doing enough to please the gods. He's taking it as one of the many signs of the end times. Witness needs medication to deal with death scream trauma. What treatment doesn't take? High strength migraine relief. That's the only thing that's worked. What about during the citizen slaughter ritual at the end of an island? Surely that would be overwhelming. That's different. Please conducting the ritual channel the psychic energy released by the slaughter into energy from the gods and dissipated away from the
the
island.
investigator is here.
Does anyone else suffer from them?
Theoretically.
We had a case on Island 15. A syndicate member killed themselves because they kept hearing them. But no one else on this island? Not in the way Witness does. I think demons could probably feel them. Every demon we've encountered has been attuned to psychic energy. This include the demonically possessed?
Strange.
Probably, but I can't say for sure.
Sure.
How would it affect them? I imagine a spike in adrenaline. Anything about Witness?
You've got this wrong.
Anything else about Witness? I'm worried about his mental health.
Investigator.
He's become secretive and guarded. It's manifesting in the standard ways, but multiple appointments were always interrupted by phone calls. He won't take a call with someone in the room and always steps out on his balcony. Other people have reported the same thing. Who? Architect Carmelina. She started noticing it several years ago. She's worried that he's slipping into paranoia.
That's weird.
Why are you suddenly telling me all this? It's been playing on my mind. I'm thinking about last night and the lunatics we have on the island. When the heavens send an angel to come and question me. Thank you, Doctor. You've been invaluable.
Want to play doctors and nurses?
Remember to hurry on back if you need an examination or anything. I guess playing coy paid off there. May the cosmos be a mystery. May you reach the moon. Let me out. Creep. Alright. Fish down there. Swimming in circles. I mean, the story's trying to be specific, but it all seems pretty vague now. Like, when you're constantly making up your own rules and there's no, like, groundedness, it's hard to, I guess, make logical connections. Because you're just making up your own rules as you go along. Or the rules of the world. I can't get up there. Alright, where should I be heading? I kinda want to talk to the skull guy. There's another crime scene though that I need to investigate. I guess I have some more things to ask her. Guess I might as well do that while I'm here.
Halt! What do you want, freak? Are you still investigating?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Architect Carmelina Silence.
You see the doctor last
We have
night?
achieved perfection.
I didn't at the crisis meeting. He said he was in his clinic. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago? Not sure what help I can be. Henry was possessed and allowed demons into our precious island. Our hard work was destroyed. The dead zone is a reminder of his crime. Can I ask you something, Architect? How can I help, Lady Love Dies?
The investigator is here.
This island has an air of quietude.
Crack is its own reward.
Indeed it does. There's a balance here. Where does the balance come from? Positioning and function creates form. The functions of the island are arranged as a diamond on a compass. Everything has its place. Only it can have. You place function over
Do your
form.
job.
It's a priority. It's a folly to prioritize form over function. Without function, a design is worthless. The architect is scared of function. He tries to hide it away as a coward with narrow tastes. What do you mean? It's not happenstance that I choose to expose the workings of the island. For example, electricity meters inside the buildings are not hidden in a more fitting hatch or closet. They're exposed and allow us to appreciate their function. We can find function visually appealing, but if we can find function visually appealing,
We have achieved perfection.
the circumstances, if you find yourself, are of course terrible, but I do hope you enjoy your time exploring the island. For your time, Architect. Okay. I don't think I got much info there. I think I have to go to one of these things for fast travel. I have to
Fast travel unlocked. Starlight skins obtained.
Hey, LD!
How's the investigation going? It's progressing, going through my suspect list.
Kind of feels bad, LD.
Am I on it? I guess I must be, right? We're all guilty until proven innocent when something like this happens, right? What about getting people to the next island? Anything strange? I'm still in charge of getting the syndicate off this island and onto the next. Some of us got moved, but the rest are stuck here until you crack this thing.
Huh?
I've done it for about 23 islands without a problem. Once the council began meditating, I started moving us, getting a call, do a pickup, go through the gates, on to the next island, repeat. So, where can I take you? It does show me where. That's Doom Jazz's council building. That's where the crime scene is. Let's go. First time I've used fast travel. Alright, what's going on? Okay. Guess I might as well go out here. Oops. Actually, like that. While I'm thinking about it. No.
Those crystals obtained.
Do. Can't connect to the music system.
Getting saved. Fast travel unlocked. Starlight skins obtained.
That's kind of cool. Just double checking. See if there's anything over here. There is it.
Nenorocito.
What the hell?
Pardon? Calling you something unspeakable in my native
Oh,
language.
I'm glad to be back.
Good to see you again, Kiko. Grand Marshal Kiko 14, born in Mihai Day, Romania in 8991 under the sign of New Knight. Grand Marshal recruits, trains, leads, or marshals any military activity the Syndicate performs. Kiko was born an orphan in Mihai Day, Romania during the reign of the gods. She was drafted into the army, New Knight, and Dan Harmony's forces pushed across Eastern Europe. Age 13, she was leading guerrilla operations after excelling hand-to-hand in weapons-based combat. When the Great Betrayal happened, she fled to join the Syndicate. New Knight has given her home and purpose. She had no intention of forsaking her god. I'll brief you on the murderer.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Suspected murderer. We haven't been to trial yet. Everybody gets a fair
Taci,
shake.
dracului din gură. Nenorocito, you're out of your mind.
Shut the hell up. Henry Division's been incarcerated for a decade. Before his incarceration, he was arrested multiple times for arson, robbery, and assault, and accepted attempted celestial mysteries. He'd been under watch by his school and served a short jail time for attempting to communicate with the gods and failed ritual. 1 year later, he succeeded in communicating with the gods. Demons poured through in the psychic pathways he opened. Henry was possessed by a demon and killed his mother in their apartment. They arrested him, but he had tainted the island. We sealed off the area around his apartment. Concrete sarcophagus over the dead zone. Henry resisted arrest and murdered our chief exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. He's been kept here in the desolation cell full of inhibitors ever since.
How?
So how did he escape? I removed him from his cell and took him to the ritual stone. The blood pools in the recesses of the stone and stops the tainted liquid from touching the
That
island.
Labajiu.
Took his chance when I opened the cell. He pushed me aside and then he was gone. This was at 2352. Appear uninjured.
Ești prost.
This is Masahiro Heavy Industries Bleeding Edge Shikagawa Power Armor.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The armor wasn't enough to stop a citizen.
Ești prost.
When you faced a demon in battle, you get to comment freak.
Got it.
How did Henry get a murder weapon? He took my combat knife. When he escaped in the struggle, he grabbed my knife. Did he attack you? No, he took it and ran.
Where?
Where'd you find him?
Ești pe bune.
Outside the council building at 03. 3 after midnight. He was passed out. The demon did its work and then left him broken. He had the knife with him. I attempted to secure the crime scene, but was unable to. Not able to traverse the second holy seal.
I'm a soldier.
Wrap this up so we can execute him and go to the next island,
Is
Lovelace.
this a fact or
Or-
a truth?
Orders are to investigate before we execute him.
I'll kill you.
I'll drag this out, do your work, and let me do mine. Here's a report about last night.
That Labajiu.
And a report on the Labaju's history. Dr. Doomjazz left his medical report with me as well. Take it. Doomjazz examined Henry. When we found him, we told the doctor it's standard practice to get him examined. So speak to Doomjazz if you want to know more.
Goodbye, nenorocito.
Ah,
Doomjazz examined him last night after his arrest. Syndicate health assessment document, citizen.
don't test me.
Examination instructions state the citizen should be examined but not administer medication or care beyond what's necessary. Patient's body is strong but fatigued, shows clear signs of possession, scarring, burns, or Kane signals. Blood work shows no sign of abnormalities or
That's
intoxication.
weird.
Patient had visible blood around the mouth to show the blood matches the typical victims with cancer.
The investigator is here.
Further samples confirm the blood was ingested via the mouth within the stomach of the patient, likely ingested during the attack. Patient appears free from mental illness but is suffering from amnesia as the common side effect of demonic possession. Patient has no memory of the decades since his possession. Patient doesn't remember anything about the events of tonight. Collapse most likely due to extreme exhaustion from overexertion.
I hate
During the
demons.
patient's possession 10 years ago, arcane symbols were seared in his flesh by the possession demon. These symbols were found drawn in blood at the crime scene. Since no exorcism was performed 10 years ago, Henry's been tortured by the demon conveyed within.
Got it.
During prior examinations, the patient complained about the white hot rage inside of him. The patient's body was connected to correct dosage of demonic inhibitors. My final assessment is that demon is within the patient managed to overcome the inhibitors at a crucial moment. The patient escaped from the will of the demon with no memory of it having happened.
Got it.
Well, everything checks out.
Sure.
This is where Henry started from, according to Kiko. She claims he broke free at 2352 and was found at 3 after midnight. Starlight can come to the numbers. Distance and times don't match up.
That's weird.
He couldn't have broken free, made it to the penthouse, breached all 4 holy seals, killed the council, and got gotten back to the penthouse interest to be found in time. Sorry about that.
The The investigator is here.
It's just the same stuff. Alright, can I talk to him?
Enemy
Yes.
division.
Who
She
the fuck
probably
are
won't
you?
like it.
Enemy division.
Whatever. Prime suspect. Citizen born to Arena Division 27 years ago. Father unknown. Arrested multiple times by marshals for assault, robbery, arson, and torture. Imprisoned by the desolation cell after killing his mother during his possession 10 years ago. Intellectual and creative, but finds difficulty to apply himself. He struggled through the schoolwork until he became aware of demonology and suddenly developed an interest in occult mathematics.
Who the fuck are you?
Sure.
Investigator. I want to ask you some questions about last night.
Wanna have a nice little chat?
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Let's start with your history. You're a citizen born on this island 27 years ago.
That's strange.
No one knows who your father is.
Whatever you fucking say.
That's weird, isn't it, investigator? You syndicate fucks control the whole island, but you don't know who fucked my mom. Her DNA tech knows nothing.
Got it.
Been in and out of the Marshall Detention Center more times than anyone
When
else.
love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Fighting, robbery, arson, torture. Finally, you got locked up when you were possessed by a demon and killed your mother.
I don't like this.
You broke the law and started communicating with the gods.
Paradise feels wrong.
An act forbidden because psychic pathways open to allow demons and other alien races to enter our reality and corrupt the island. I grew up without dad on a synthetic island in a different reality, forced to worship gods that want to rule the world. I needed something to do. And some fuck started giving me books on demonology, so I was gifted astral communicator or some shit.
Got it.
You already had access to the libraries. You don't know who it was?
What fucking ever?
Are you fucking deaf? Sounds like I need to look into this.
Don't test
I
me.
need a drink after this.
Mine is repulsive.
Stop it.
Sure.
Couldn't handle communicating with cosmic beings, and a demon possessed you. Cosmic radiation poured out of you, and now we have a dead zone. Demon possessed you, and you killed your mother, and Grace Bloodlines, our chief
Whatever you
exorcist.
fucking say.
I understand this is hard. You're the victim of possession.
What a fucking surprise!
Fuck do you understand? I don't even know you. What do you know about demons?
Got it.
Used to be the head of the Paradise Psycho Unit. My investigation touched on gods and demons. Used to be. I let a god get in my head. He almost wiped the islands out. I was exiled. Poetic. 2 lawbreakers. What could go wrong?
What fucking ever?
Are we gonna fucking get down to some actual questioning, or what? Before that, tell me about the demon inside you.
Whatever you fucking say.
I had 10 years of this fucking thing writhing around inside me. Glass shards in my bones, blood boiling, flesh on fire. It's been a real fucking party. How's the demon make you act? My body used to be real pretty. Now look at me. I'm a gray husk covered in this demonic shit. These sigils constantly cook my flesh. 10 years of the stench of my own flesh being seared. I'd say it's had a pretty negative impact on my outlook and behavior.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You got any fucking questions or what? Got quite a few questions, actually. What's your motive for killing the council? Is that a joke, investigator?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Syndicate fucks drag us citizens from the real world onto your shithole island and treat us like cattle.
My mind is like a desert covered in fog.
We worship your gods while you leech our psychic
Not a
energy.
fucking thing.
I hate you. I hate the syndicate. I hate your council. That's my motive. I don't know about anyone else, especially you, all you syndicate fucks.
Sure.
What about the demon inside of
The
you?
demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing.
I can feel it on the edge of my consciousness all the time. Shadows on the periphery of my vision.
I don't like this.
Did it make you kill? The demon is pure rage, white hot scalding rage that's burned my mind for a decade. The demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing. I'd do anything to placate him. Did you do it? Did you kill the council and martial guards?
My mind is like a desert covered in fog.
I don't remember. I've been told I killed them. Maybe I did. My memory is fleeting, like mirages in the desert that disappear when I get close. Do you remember anything about that night? New night? I remember seeing New Night, the official version, but it doesn't give me an opportunity to see New Night. New Night, the warrior goddess? My mind is like a desert covered in fog. I can see things coming out of the fog, and sometimes I can walk toward them and latch on. My memory about last night is different. There's nothing there. No fog, no desert, just an expanse. Except I can see New
The
Night.
investigator is here.
Did someone say New Night to you last night? No, I don't know. Maybe? I think I saw the goddess. You saw a goddess. Was this before or after you found out the
Not
marshals?
a fucking thing.
Fucking no, investigator. Why don't you go and find out instead of making me do your job? Town has lots of statues of the gods. We need to find a statue of New Night. She's a goddess of warriors. Barracks may be a good place to start. Did you see Yuri last night?
What a fucking surprise.
What the fuck is that? Okay. Did you kill the marshals? Yes. No?
I spend my entire life adrift.
If you say so. No memory? Are you beginning to get the hint? Henry, did you go through the second Holy Seal?
Got it.
The what? Did you go to a plateau on a barely known planet in space to get to the council last
I'm
night?
shocked. Stunned.
Can you even hear yourself? What the fuck does any of that mean? No memory? You're beginning to get it. Tell me how you
Are
escaped.
you fucking kidding me?
You tell me.
The demon wants to see this island.
I can't remember.
Scorched into nothing.
Can you remember anything before you escaped?
My mind is like the desert, covered in fog.
Agitation, screams inside me that woke me up for the
Nanny,
first
the
time in
hell?
years. Screams? There was a burst of them. My whole body felt like it was on fire. I wanted to burst out of this world.
Sure.
Any idea what caused this?
Well, fucking ever.
It's your fucking job to find out. It's the death scream syndrome. Tell me about how you ended up like this.
Not a fucking thing.
What's to kill? Tell. Bored kid finds his calling, get punished for it.
Sure.
That calling being illegally communicating with the gods and causing a demonic invasion.
I'm shocked.
We all need a hobby.
Stunned.
Now I'm here. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? Who the fuck is that? Did you see the architect last night? Who? Did you see the doctor last night? How should I know? I only did after the whole thing.
The
Let's talk,
investigator is here.
I need to know more about you. Tell me about your childhood. Oh, you know, the usual enslaved, forced to worship nightmare gods, that kind of thing.
I'm shocked.
How you people sleep at night?
Son.
You abduct us from the real world and use it as cattle. This whole thing is messed up.
What?
The investigator is here.
24 islands and we move closer to our goal. All we've done is churn through citizens and lose each other to murder and demonic invasions. That's why you're here. The cycle will continue one way or the other. I'm trying to make it the best I can.
Whatever you fucking say.
We'll hang out later.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Quite a bit of things to ask her too.
Paradise feels wrong.
You really believe Henry did this? Every bit of security breached by a citizen?
That Labajiu.
He's a normal citizen. He's possessed by a demon.
Lahat.
Of course I believe he did it. He broke free when I was there and we found him outside the council building.
That's strange.
You don't have any doubts?
Nenorochito.
You stupid? Can you think of anyone that has motive for the crime?
Ishpebune. That Labajiu.
You did it. Don't waste
Got
my time.
it.
Can you think? You can't think of anyone else for a motive for killing the council and threatening the entire structure of the syndicate.
I'll put your head on a spike.
What do you think?
I don't
Is
like
that
Goodbye, Nenorochito.
have you got a motive, Akiko?
Ishpros.
I don't have a motive, Mino Shorcito. I'm a soldier. Soldiers have honor and live to serve. I'll assume that's a no then. Tell me about your movements last night. I need your alibi.
Che.
Have you read my report? Were you listening to what I told you?
I need to investigate this.
It doesn't include what you did between Henry escaping and being found.
Nenorochito.
I called witness when it happened. At 2352,
Nenorochito.
and I ordered my marshals to secure the other syndicate members. What about the council?
Soldiers of honor.
My best marshals were guarding them. They reported in all clear. But then they were killed.
Do you want to die?
Is this a joke, Narusito? Did you watch Die by my hand?
Ooh, the investigator is here.
What did you do next? Went back to the barracks to organize a search for Henry.
That Labajiu.
I found where he had torn the prison bench apart to escape. but Lavajou could be anywhere. The Holy Seal Marshals stopped responding. That's when we found Henry outside the council building.
What time?
That's precise.
Nenorocito.
Being precise is my job.
Got it.
Can anyone corroborate this?
Nenorocito.
The word of the Grand Marshal isn't good enough for you?
The truth remains obscured.
The investigator can't go off your word.
Mister.
Witness will confirm the phone call, and marshals will confirm the rest.
Thank you.
Alright.
Crime cannot hide.
Can I see your phone records?
Pros.
My records are classified. You're refusing to give me evidence?
Classified.
Got it.
Hmm. It's not suspicious at all. Do you know where KHX is? No, he's been missing for several days.
Sure.
Have you searched for him? What do you think? My marshals conducted a brief search, but we stretched thin at the end of the island. There are 7,000 citizens that need rounded up and taken to the slaughter ritual. Do you have any suspicions about what happened to him? No, if he wants to disappear, then let him.
Sure.
Even though a mass murder happened last night. He didn't do it. Henry did. Of course. Does the doc have a motive for killing the council?
Ești pe bune?
I don't have anything to say about the doctor. I found a photo of you in his boat. I have nothing to say, Nenorosito. Do you two have a history?
Nenorocito.
I said I have nothing to say. Did you see the doctor last night? I told you he came to examine Henry after we found him.
Ah,
That was after the murder. Did you see him before that? No, I was busy. Did you know about the back door at Doomgaz's clinic?
You need to back off.
That Pula, he let the power grid down a few years ago. When it came back online, the computer blew
Pull
out.
up.
He was ordered to get the door fixed, but he never did it.
what the hell?
How do you bring down the power? The reality folding drive kicks out an unfathomable amount of power, but the grid is fragile. Fine grid balance is maintained. The doctor tapped into the HQ's grid for some tests he was doing that needed extra juice. These are official channels to go through to get extra power, but he doesn't care. When he gets excited about something, the syndicate moves too slowly for him. When he fired up his equipment, the HQ grid went down, and when it came back up, a number of systems blew out. It caused chaos. Why wasn't he forced to get the computer fixed?
Turfă.
He has a lot of visitors and likes the secrecy. But Pula wasn't in any rush. He smooth talked his way out of it. There's nothing in your report about Henry seeing New Knight during his escape.
Ce dracu.
The babbling of him, Lavagou possessed by a demon. There's only one statue of New Knight on the island, correct? Why does it matter?
Crime cannot hide.
Where is it?
Turfă.
Why do you care?
Don't test me.
Just answer the question. The statue is in the barracks. The goddess only gives her attention to
Got
soldiers.
it.
So how could Henry have seen it last night? He couldn't have. The barracks are secure. He's spouting gibberish to confuse you, Nenorosito.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
I'm just gonna ask Akiko. Did you take him through the barracks last night?
Rahat.
Are you out of your mind? You think I helped him escape? Nonsense. Goodbye, Nenorosito. If Henry went through the HQ to get to the council building, why didn't he show up on the HQ logs? The nightmare computer at the entrance to the HQ didn't log Henry entering the HQ.
Nenorocito, you're out of your mind.
Crime is repulsive.
The logs contradict your report.
Ce?
What do you want me to say? I don't know how those things work. Maybe there was a malfunction. Maybe you found a way to slip past it. Does that seem very likely?
That's a lie, Nenorocito.
Stop asking me to do your job. Did you see Yuri last
I'll
night?
kill you.
You're making me mad, Nenorosito. Who cares what his alibi is? The murderer is in this cage. What can you tell me about the guards at the First Holy Seal? Soldiers of honor, my two most trusted soldiers.
Ow.
How did Henry get the jump on two highly ranked marshals?
Rahat.
Easy to judge and mark when you haven't lived through hell, Nenorosito. The demon is a vile foe, unpredictable, frenzied, blood-crazed. My marshals will have fought valiantly, but an unknown foe overcame them. Unknown? Demons come from all corners of the heavens. It's impossible to know how each acts or fights. Why haven't the bodies of the marshals been cleared away? The judge ordered me to leave them for you to investigate. I protested. They deserve better to be poked out by some inclined detective. Can I see your sword?
Rahat.
There had better be a stunning reason why you're asking Nenorosito. Checking the lead about the weapon used to murder the marshals.
Nenorocito.
Do not disgrace their memory by
I
chasing
have
wild
a bad
theories.
feeling about this.
Akiko,
Rahat.
here. The sword has seen some use. The blade is nicked. A nick blade is consistent with the neck wounds on the marshals.
Thank you.
Thank you, Akiko. Do you think the knife used to kill the first Holy Seal marshals was the one taken by Henry? It's like I'm talking to myself sometimes. Of course I do. Can you describe it? It's a smooth-bladed combat knife. I'll just
Sure.
caught her in another contradiction there. You're positive about the smoothness of the blade? Yes, it hadn't been used before now. My old knife became damaged during a training exercise recently. I took a blood sample from the dead marshals. They don't match marshal records.
Do you want to die?
What hat is
I
this now?
don't like this.
I don't think those dead bodies are marshals.
Do you want to die?
This is a total rehab investigator.
I have a bad feeling
Starlight
about
ran the
this.
samples. Are you saying? I'm saying Starlight got it wrong. Your little pocket calculator's wrong. Starlight connects to the Central Syndicate. It's wrong. Why wasn't the maintenance grate checked before the council entered the building? It was, several days ago. It's since been tampered with, and your marshals didn't catch it. Security breach on your watch. I'll look into it. A little late now. Why didn't you let Doom Jazz examine the dead bodies of the marshal guards? There's no need. They've been carved up by that monster, who, as I keep saying, is in custody. Surely an investigation freak can see it's open and shut
I
case.
have a bad feeling about this.
If it was, I wouldn't be here. How did Henry manage to escape? I thought I gave you my report. Must have been dreaming or hallucinating.
Got it.
Okay, I get it. How did the bars of the bridge get broken? Henry broke through them. How did a citizen break through the bars?
Nenorochito.
The strength of a demon. Use your
The
head.
investigator is here.
Starlight's analysis of the residue on the bar says that it was explosives. Starlight is wrong. The little machine is trying to analyze something demonic and doing the best it can. How did Henry escape if he was sedated? The Labague prayed us. The inhibitors needed to be stronger. The report says they were the correct dosage. What if the demon tricked us, though? The demon could slow Henry's body down. The dosage of the inhibitors needed would be lower. The demon maintains this act, and when time comes, he drops the pretense and makes it move. Is that likely? As likely as anything, Menorcito. Not that it matters, is what happened. Why were you on your own when Henry escaped? It's just one pool of prisoners supposed to be sedated. Why not take a squad of marshals, just to be sure?
Nenorochito.
I'll admit hubris. My marshals did not come to the next island with us. They engaged their final prayers. I wanted them to have one last moment of happiness before being wiped out. Soldiers aren't supposed to know happiness when duty has to be done. Did you see the architect last night?
Nenorochito.
You should ask her in Nenorochito. I'm not her babysitter. What do you know about the second Holy Seal? I know the Labague and the Cell got through it and killed the council. I also know you're wasting time and not executing it. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago?
Taci, dracului din gură.
What do you want? I told you about his possession. Why wasn't he executed when he was arrested? He posed a threat to the island. You stupid. The demon wouldn't die with him. The demon would escape into the
The
island.
investigator is here.
So why execute him at the end of the island? Why not let him blink out of existence with the old island? That's the way it is, Nenorochito. Criminals get theirs. He's a victim. He didn't want the demon to possess him. What you know? You sure didn't invite the demon in? You got deceived by a god. Don't forget that. Got a minute, Akiko? You're gonna die. Humor me. Having fun playing detective? Having fun playing soldier?
Do you want to die?
I'll cut you from head
Sure.
to crotch. Violence doesn't solve everything, Akiko.
Nenorochito.
It would in this case. Hurry up and get this investigation done. I'm waiting for you to tell me what I already know.
What?
What you already know
That Labagiu.
needs a bullet between
The
the
facts
eyes.
and the truth are not the same.
Hasn't been proven
I
yet.
was born to investigate.
An investigator needs to soak in the facts, breathe in the evidence, savor the
Taci,
testimony.
dracului din gură.
I don't care.
This has been delightful.
Why wouldn't that increase your relationship? Just bickering at each other for a couple minutes? Alright. Now I can fast travel here if I need to. I have to cross that huge bridge again. I guess I should head to the barracks. So, where can I take you? I'm going the wrong way. This is the courthouse.
Relic obtained.
20 island sequence. The mountain collapses. Why? How? It's supposed to be perfect. Too many places to go here. Whoa.
The investigator, I presume.
Where did you come from? Where does anyone come from? Who are
My
you?
new name is One Last Key.
Who's getting this kiss? Who deserves my last kiss? What kind of kiss is it?
Aren't you paying attention, investigator?
Is it a kiss of love, tender and sweet, or a kiss of death, dripping with poison and hate? When you look around this island, what do you see? Unknowable secrets, always on the edge of my vision. Where are they allowing me to focus on?
This island is a thousand little tragedies waiting to be discovered.
I know where one is. When things die, where do they go? Do you think I am dead? If I am, where am I? Where would I be?
Don't test me.
Want me to find your resting place? The Syndicate Graveyard? This little game may better lead to something. Hope so too, investigator. That was interesting. Tower of the broadcast music. Let's tape in here.
Unit obtained.
Let's see. Doesn't look like there's anything over here, but check just in case. Let's see. Not on the map. Okay. The deep factory is over here. Interesting.
Fast travel unlocked. Getting saved. Starlight skins obtained.
Checks his workshop. Maybe there's a clue in here. This is exciting.
I don't like this.
It's an unset letter to Crimson.
Sure.
KHX is accusing her of using him to get the secret to the second Holy See. Was Crimson in a relationship with KHX? He says the key is missing and says he's going to tell Montserrat that Crimson took it. That is some juiciness. Why does Crimson want this key to the second seal? There's a broken necklace with an order form. It's for Akiko. She asked KHX to fix her necklace.
Got it.
And this puts her at the scene of the crime.
That's weird.
Certainly seem to have an obsession with Crimson. There's posters everywhere.
Sure.
KHX's diary. There's lots of notes in here. A lot of scrawl and technical drawings, interspersed with ramblings about ascending to heaven. Seems to think he was chosen by the gods. Talks about Crimson being his queen in the astral heaven.
What the hell?
What's going on between them? Tufts of hair, of course, like an animal. Hang on, is this goat hair? It's the same color as Crimson's head. There's no sign of struggle or fighting. There's no blood. If something happens to it, KHX was here. Was it cleaned up? There's something else out here. It's just a blood
Those
crystal.
crystals obtained.
But I still need it. It looks like that's the factory.
Don't test me.
Drag marks leading off the edge of the
The
cliff.
investigator is here.
They lead away from KHX's workshop.
Got it.
Suspicious. Uh-oh. Good thing there's no fall damage. Sometimes the moon smiles at me. Drink your whiskey. I can feel the one in the Golden City on the dark side of the grinning moon. I've told you before, don't talk about him, not in this island sequence. Do not invite his disaster. But, drink your whiskey. Drink the whiskey. Bourbon with taste of chocolate and hazelnut. Nice whiskey to have with friends. Keep in mind that your friends are all being monitored. There's nothing in here. Seems like that was like a special item or something. Didn't see anything else on the cliff. Maybe someone didn't or survived. This seems like a big
Nanny,
thing.
the hell?
This is
Got
KHX.
it.
Was.
I
Is.
don't like this.
I've been a fan of metaphysicality.
Ooh, the
I sometimes
investigator
drank
is
with
here.
him. He's quite reserved, but opened up after a beer. Intense guy, focused, obsessive. What is this body telling me?
Seeing investigation.
KHX's fist is gripping something tightly. It's an ornate ring with a deep blue sapphire set into it. Why was KHX gripping this so tightly when he died? Did this belong to the attacker? KHX suffered a massive blow to the head. There's blood everywhere, and now it looks like the skull is cracked. He was struck once, and for his sake, I hope he died immediately. Victims of the attacks in the front often knew the attacker, so it's probably one of the syndicate. Assume he was dragged here and dumped off the edge of the cliff. This is a secluded
What
spot.
the hell?
There's a ring in his gripped fist. Why was he holding this when he died? Is this a message? It's a gaudy ring with a bright sapphire inset. Rest in peace, KHX. I'll find out what happened to you. Well, now we've got another murder to investigate here.
Those crystals obtained.
Things just keep getting messier and messier.
Those crystals obtained.
It's over here. I was planning on ending this soon, but now I gotta find a safe spot. Okay. Oh, gross.
Relic obtained.
Lost pain carving. Carving about a god, lost pain. Escape to the moon's dark side. He's been leeching power from the core of the moon, worshipped by the moon cult will drain. The moon dried to reveal his power. Desires to scorch the race clean with revenge. Alright, guess that just gives you information about the gods. Speed this up a little bit. Playful stones. Common game among children is celestial stones. Stones are arranged in a grid and players take turn moving them to capture the opponent's stone and stacking them. Alright. Grab this.
Love crystal obtained.
Okay. Well, here's a beach area. Ah, there's the save point. That's kind of cool. All the lists. See where I'm at here. The dead zone. That's where the demons flooded into the area. Okay, so I kind of traveled over here. Oh, I need to go to the graveyard. But I'm also unlocking more fast travel points and stuff, so I should probably check out the dead zone too. That's for next time. Eh, why not? Probably not going to be around here for a while. Power of Goat, soda obtained. Soda with additives that give you an energy boost. Now you too can have the power of the Holy Goat. Worship date with Crimson Acid competition. Find the winning ring pole. This is the boarding point for boat trips which go around the island. The sign says the boat rides were shut down by Gary Knight a few days ago. There's no reason given. Wonder why. Why we shut them down early. It's another thing to ask him about. Alright, well, I mean, things are picking up. We got another murder
Fast travel unlocked.
to solve. So, guess I'll catch you guys next time and we'll
Game saved.
talk to some more witnesses. I mean, hopefully we'll find witness. Talk to some more suspects. So, catch you later. Bye-bye.